Hello and a very warm welcome to our special presentation, Question Hour from the Parliament House Complex, the show where we bring you important unstart questions asked by the members of the Upper House during the 250th session of the Rajya Sabha and the response given by the government in written format. I'm Kriti Mishra and joining me is my colleague Rajat Kain. So Rajat, let's take our viewers through important questions and answers in this edition of Question Hour. And the first question has been asked by member Naresh Gujral, and this question is to the Ministry of Road Transport and Highways. And Mr. Gujral has inquired the government about the number of e-vehicles sold since the launch of faster adoption of electric and hybrid vehicle scheme in India, which is also known as the FAME scheme.
Well, in its response, the government said, as per the information provided by Department of Heavy Industries, since automobile sector is a liberalized sector, the Department of Heavy Industries is not required to maintain data related to scale of vehicles, including electric vehicles. However, since inception of the phase 1 of FAME India scheme, about 2.8 lakh hybrid and electric vehicles have been supported through demand incentives. As a pilot project, about 425 electric and hybrid buses were sanctioned to various states. City transports undertaking are the ones which run these state buses and supported by Department of Heavy Industries under FAME India scheme, faster adoption of electric and hybrid vehicles of India. Moving on, next question was asked by member Prasanna Acharya, and he sought to know from Ministry of Shipping the detailed project report for developing National Waterway 5. Has it been prepared or not?
The response given by the government is in affirmative, and the government goes on to say that detailed project report or DPR for development of National Waterways 5 was prepared by WAPCOs during 2010 in the following stretches covering a total length of 588 kilometers. Now these stretches include Talcher to Mangalgadi, which is around 237 kilometers, Dhamra to Paradeep, which is around 95 kilometers, Dhamra to Gyaunkhali, which is 256 kilometers, and subsequently during 2015 on the basis of priority assigned by Inland Waterways Authority of India for development of Stretch 1, Stretch 2 DPR was updated. Based on the DPR recommendations, a mathematical mode study of Stretch 1 was conducted. The study recommended construction of 7 numbers of weirs, barges, check dams with navigation to log or maintain desired least available depth or LAD for navigation or fairway development. Consequent to the model study, further consultancy for front and end engineering drawing and detailed engineering drawing to construct wire, barrage, check dam or reconstruct bridges have less navigation clearance have also been undertaken by the government. Moving on to the next question that has been asked by member Kamakhya Prasad Tasa, and this one is to the Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports. And the member has asked the government whether it is a fact that it conducts residential coaching programs for all categories of sports for players from age group of 10 years and above.
Well, in a detailed response, the government answered in affirmative and said the Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports provides for training to be identified talented sports person in the age group of 8 to 25 years. At present, 14,669 sports persons are getting training under various schemes of Ministry of Sports. Out of these, 8,701 sports persons are getting full-time residential training. Trainees are provided assistance in form of coaching, sports equipment, boarding, lodging, sports kit, competition exposure, educational expenses, medical insurance and stipend as per the scheduled norms. Now, running of coaching at training centers and academics is an ongoing activity. Presently, total 2,179 sports person, which includes, if we break it up, 1,432 boys and 747 girls are being trained at 32 centers in northeastern regions. Eligibility criteria for selection of sports person for regular training under various schemes are in public domain and are also available on the official website of the Sports Authority of India and kheloindia.gov.in. Answering further, the ministry said the residential trainee athletes undergo regular sports and coaching training in the morning and in the evening session under expert guidance of the coaches. Trainee athletes are encouraged to continue their studies as well by seeking admission in nearby schools, colleges or distant education programs, choice of which are left to the athletes. Moving on, the next question was asked by member MV Rajiv Gaura, and he sought to know from Ministry of Mines the details of illegal mining detected using mining surveillance system. The details was sought statewise and the course of action adopted post-detection of illegal mining in each of these cases.
Well, the government has given a very comprehensive reply to this question, and the government goes on to say that in the initial phase, which is phase 1, during the year 2016-17, total 296 triggers from major minerals have been generated across the country and sent to the respective state governments for the field verification of these triggers. Out of the 296 triggers, the respective state governments verified 287 triggers. Out of these 287 triggers, in 47 cases, unauthorized mining has been detected or confirmed. In second phase of MSS, as on 21st of November 2019, 52 triggers for major minerals have been generated, out of which 45 triggers have been verified, and in 5 cases, unauthorized mining was detected. The state governments were also requested to extend the MSS for the mining lessees for minor minerals. Some other state governments have also mapped few mining leases of minor minerals on pilot basis. In total, 130 triggers were generated for minor minerals, out of which 104 triggers have been verified, and in 9 cases, unauthorized mining was detected by the government. Moving on to the next question that has been asked by member Saroj Pandey, and this one is to the Ministry of Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises. And Ms. Pandey has asked the government about the details of the schemes currently being run to encourage micro, small and medium enterprises and to make their products globally competitive.
Replying to the question, the Ministry of Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises said that it implements various schemes to support MSMEs for enhancing competitiveness and marketability of products as well as services. These include financial support to MSME in Z certification schemes, marketing assistance and technology upgradation program, procurement and marketing support schemes, micro and small enterprises cluster development program, which is also referred to as MSE CDP, tool rooms and technology centers, entrepreneurship skill development program, credit guarantee schemes for micro and small enterprises, building awareness on intellectual property rights or IPR for micro, small and medium enterprises, and credit link capital subsidy and technology upgradation schemes.
Well, these were the important questions and answers in this edition of Question Hour. But on the other side, we'll have Prashn Kaal in Hindi with our colleagues Arvind Singh and Kriti Singh. Stay tuned to Rajya Sabha Television.